Welcome back to the White Skunk. Isn't this incredible? Look how bright I am today. What does brightness bring? Does it bring intelligence? I just ran into the corner of a building in which the corner was missing. And I said to the man, I says, why didn't you finish the corner? And he says to me, because I'm out on the ledge. And I says, what is that supposed to mean? He says, all pieces are the same length. So if I want my building square, I will leave all the corners empty in order to fill up the distance between what is missing to keep my building square. This is what it is over here. Do you understand? The piece I have is only this length. The thickness is this thickness. The thickness is this thickness and this length. Because I don't show the rest of the building is there. Asking myself, what is that W? 5775. This is incredible. ORPHELINS. Okay. In the French, they're talking about French kings. They're talking about, let me open this page just a little bit more. It's just amazing, this page. And when I come up to the, I have to show you what this is. And only because of Lisa, Rosé, Saul from, yeah, it's real. That's who said it. And she brought me to this page, 5775. Now, if I scroll down too fast, everything will go away. You see that? Everything went away. Magic, right? You understand? Things float and things disappear because they go too fast. Even our internet is the same thing. So when you said something is magical and it disappears or it disappears, it is the sleight of hand. If I can get your eye in a nanosecond to be looking down, I can create something that wasn't there a nanosecond later. Today, everything is magic. Now look what they have here. The ordinate number 6546. 6547. Now, what is all this? It has to do with kings and it has to do with the orphan children. It's all coded. I wish I can get it in here quicker. And then they have this one. Why would they call it per se? November 28, 1834. Do you see the way it has this? Okay, like the commandments. Now, because why I'm trying to say this, why I'm bringing this up is because we're missing a question on what's going on. We're missing the answer because we don't have the question. So per se could say to pair, okay, can say sil, this, slip, okay, repair, whatever you can get from it, doesn't matter. It's going to put you in a pattern of thought. And it's the vibration of the rocks that fall within your mind that gives you the rest of the answer. I mean, my son was driving today, he made a right-hand turn. I go, watch out for the sidewalk. And he just missed it, but it was all calculated in his sensibility, in his feelings. He says, Dad, I felt it. I says, what do you mean you felt it? You didn't see it. Well, you don't see everything when you drive. You imagine. You imagine all your blind spots of what you can't see. I'm going to go back and start this video somewhere else. Does anybody know that star? You see the square here? Okay. You see this angle over here? You see the square over here? The square that's here, not this square, that's the pyramid with the X in the center. I want the square from the two sides. This shows me the pyramid in the center. This shows me the two sides of the same square, but on a different angle. Square angle, this is on the other angle. This over here, what you see over here, will make up the distance between there and there, showing me another triangle, which shows me I can make half a triangle. This half a triangle has a number, and it's found, what do you call it? It's got 2 and 3 faces. It's got like 6 faces. It's this crazy design. But I can show you numbers that will show up on it because of that artwork that fits in. The same as every Hebrew letter getting a number. And everybody has these numbers, but they forgot to calculate it versus Celsius or Fahrenheit. They forgot to take the number's weight. If the number is 23 or he's 23 pounds, how much does he weigh in kilos? Let's take the number's weight. Now, how do we take the number's weight? Wait, I've got other things to do. There's a punch of everything to do. You see when you see the word clue, you have to keep going. C-L-U, C-L-U, C-L-U. Or is there a distance? Because it says cluck, 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 333. All the same family, the family of lucky. Cluck, cluck, cluck. The picket fence, 5535. 5535. 5535 is 553 or 535. We always continue. What we do is we wrap. We wrap this one around this one, taking the L, going out from this side and out from that side. That is the center of these two. If this one becomes the center, where does this number come in the number grid? The white picket fence. Picket, because, and pick, E.T. C9397, the light of the BC world, the picket fence. Something that when they put that V between two sides, and it covers up the hole. Because don't forget, I'm going to show you something in that design from before. I'm going to do this. Okay, you see this? Okay, now watch. One way, right, it could become the neck or the corner to a building. This one becomes the sword between, or the roadway, down this way or over this way, down the roadway. But it's the picket fence that you see the kings are holding. What I want to show you right now is, I told you about the design. You see that shiny thing there? You see those shapes and designs? That will make that what do you call it? The orgonite or something? That orgonite is made of those pieces on the floor right there. They're all numbered 1 to 36. I did not count the zeros, and that is how their colors connect. Okay? Everything in black is connecting 2, 4, 6, and 8. Everything is red is connecting 13, 5, 79. Only one number, and that is A1, which implies 1 and 19. In between 10, okay, and 28 are black and red split. Every other number is not split. 1 equals to 58. 1 equals to 58 minus 10 and 28, which is Jack and time heaven. So it's 38. So it's 20 and 38, which is the Church of Or, C-H-O-R, which is 1 and 19 equals 20 red, and 10 and 28 equals 38 black. But how do we play the game with the numbers? Should we use it in Celsius, Fahrenheit? Should it be a weight of some kind of product that's on the market? We'll see when it's time. We'll choose something. You can't choose everything. And usually you're going to want to have the best choice, right? The next thing I wanted to show you is that we did the picket fence. Just give me 1 second. I started this, right? The other thing I wanted to show you is that we start with 2 circles, 2 different worlds, okay? 2 round circles. We end up with the egg because we go from 1 circle into more worlds. There's a world below here and there's a world above here. They fold over, but irregardless, the square, do you see the square in here? These are those shapes that come back together again. Another thing I wanted to show you is time. These are all 60 degrees apart, 360 degrees. So if it's 60 degrees apart, 360 degrees. So that would have 6 hours. 6 hours to each one. Okay, 6 hours to here be 6 o'clock. 6 hours to here be 12 o'clock. 6 hours to here it'd be 18 o'clock, or be 6 o'clock at night. Over here, no, it wouldn't be 6 o'clock at night. It'd be, yes, is it 6 o'clock? 6 o'clock, 12 o'clock to 1. Oh, there's 6 of them. Sorry, it's 4 hours each. 4, 8 o'clock, and then we go over here is 12 o'clock, and then it's 16 o'clock, which is 4 o'clock, and then it's this is the 5th one, so this would be 20th hour, which would be 8 o'clock, and this would get to be the 24th hour. So I know I sound a little dribby on that. Can I do that again? This will be 4 o'clock. Okay, now if you want to break them up, we'll go by the points. Okay, this will be 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24. See the bow tie over here and the bow tie over here and the bow tie over here? And that's your 24 hours inside of this. Inside that zirconian tetrahedron, whatever you want to call it, the tetrahedron is what it is. This is how the tetrahedron goes together, okay? All those little half shapes, okay, is the in-between, is what the two things link together. It's like the hinge. So now let's go back into this. So now if it's 60 degrees apart or 60 degrees, okay, in Celsius, this would be 120 plus 20 would be 140, 146. The number of this in the degrees of 60 is Zion, 0, Israel, 1, creation of DC. The DC, whatever they're running DC, my friends, it is huge because 4 and 3 connect together with 3 parts. If you turn 3 inside 4 2 ways on the angle that it's not, you end up duplicating the 5 position, keeping them at double nickel, and you now implicate 2 and 8 and 4 and 6, Zion with heads and tails, in and outgoing of everything. The vibration of this planet changes everything. You go to a high mountain, you seem to lose your mind a little bit, so we'll lose the vibration and you'll lose the feel of the earth. Oh, it's okay. We're just so much more relaxed now. The vibrations are just so great. Listen to the music as the mind goes to skate on ice for eternal time. They won't be anything here but zombies. You want to know what zombies are? You take away the vibration from the forest. You take out the wolves and you lose the forest. And you're looking to think within your own mind right now? That is great. Look deep, because the reality sets in. What I have told you is only the truth that is past. Take away the vibration. Who are we? Okay. Okay, because I'm feeling good inside, so it's all okay. Oh, you need me to work? Oh, that's okay. Because I'm like, okay, wherever I go. And, okay, and my wife's okay too, because if I'm out all night, my wife is going to say it's okay. But they want to give me some of that stuff at home, you know, but it's okay. And all of a sudden, we're back into the 60s again, psychedelic times, in which we went into the reality where everything is okay, but controlled by a different society. But it's okay. The angle of anything will always distort the actual size, because it'll shrink. It'll shrink the top. It'll shrink the size this way, and it'll shrink the height, because the thinner it gets. Have you ever seen the way an F is made? I want to show you an F. This is one of the reasons for F, missing the short arm. Not only because it's in the middle, because the bar is bigger up here to go through with the drill, and it's a lot smaller over here, so it gets a smaller arm or a smaller pin. What we're going to go to next, and I know we didn't finish giving these numbers, but not any numbers. And not any numbers, off the roulette, off the telephone, off of low shoe. Do you want me to blow your mind? Here's the alphabet. A, B, C, C, B, A, G, H, I, G, H, in which now we have to take this and flip it down here. We have to keep doing it and then find the center. And then we can recreate it again. This is Rodin's coil broken down inside roulette and back onto regular numbers again, having 1, 2, 3, 4 boards, and the board created in between the 2 boards of Rodin's coils. I like to call them that. Okay, so now we're going to go on to the other thing I forgot. Everybody knows, let's start from nowhere and begin and be somewhere. Our first step. In order to have the first step, you didn't have a step at all, so you're somewhere because you're stepping. That's your 0. So when you get the 4, that's your 5. 0, 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's the way they work because that's the way you're standing. You want to make the 0? You want to make the 1? You make the 0, 1 in this fashion. You have one pole and you put 2 around it. And then you cut the corners to create your 0. Then you put 3 by putting on the wings on each side, and in between is automatically 5 because 2 was on inside and it's turning down. You want to get 6. 6 will end up being a box over here with an arm going here around the center of 5. 9 would be the same box doing the same thing over the 5. And then it turns into the percentage sign. You've seen my percentage sign. You've seen this before. There's my 9, there's my 6. I got the percentage sign. Now if I would curve it a little bit more, okay, you got a man with googly eyes. It's all in the art, my friends. It's all in the art, my friends. You want to connect this to this side? I put little hats on them. You see, they were round over here. I put a hat on them, and that may be your omega hat, and now we got an in-between by logging hats on each side. So we did this, and the best part about this video at 16 minutes is you await he, I am who you await, he is who I am, imperial. To float is to reverse gravitational pull and something to do with speed. This is just something that was in my head. Okay, the next thing I want to talk about is this. These numbers over here, okay, are 1, 5, 4, 9. I removed the 2 from this position because it was the 20th. I moved it into the 8 and made these design right here. You see the W? You see the corner of a building? You see the B that links inside? Warner Brothers inside? The same time, I created this. With 876, I create this. 21, the cube. 8 is from 17, 34, and 6 is 57. 1, 20, 14, 31, and 9 is 75. 57, 75. Orphans, orphan children. When I make the design, if you take a look, there's one cube that goes in the corner here, and here is 1, here is 2, here is 4, here is 5, here is 9. Look at the building it creates with the pyramid at the bottom. Warner Brothers pyramid building. This, I tell you nothing. Hey, where did it all go? Somehow they're missing. No. How's it possible? Oh, here they are. Here they are. Does anybody know this game? Roulette. Let's see if we can do this. 17, 34, and 6. 57. 17, 76. 3476 is the diameter of the moon. 34 is the DC, the gateway to 6. 3 by 4 is 12. 3 plus 4 is 7, 19. 19 is the moon that reconnects to man, 169. 13 by 13 is 169. This is your 57. On this side, it's the 20 world, the 5555, hanging on the cross. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 equals 5. Minus 1 plus 1 because it's in the 5 world. 35, 66, 75. Opposite corner is 57, 75. AC creation. This becomes 5. This becomes 4. This becomes 8. 4, 5, 8. 4. This becomes 8. 5, 4, 9. 4, 9, 2, 7, 7, 3, 8, 3, 8. 73838 says church. 5, 6, 7 says angel resident 18. 5, 6, 7, 4, 3, 2, 7. Complete passage starting at 32 and 5, 19 and 21 between New York and Kentucky, where the horses run the most. This is roulette. Now, the question would come to like this. What am I telling you? What am I telling you? You know what I'm going to show you? Look at the numbers. Same thing. 26, 3, 3, 35, the same thing. So when you put it in the center over here and you take a look, 17, 34, 6, 9, 14, 20, 1. Okay? Look what it says. Orphelin, orphelin. Sir de Saindra. 33:16, 7 by 7:45, the light of the two worlds. The time, the light of the two worlds of the jacked heaven of 9/11. 4, this is 13, the AC internal power. And 6, 8, in between the gateway. Between 1 and 6 is actually 8. 8 and 6 are the reversals on the dice. Again, Sir de Zero. How this works, okay, is this is 5, this is 8, this is 3, this is 6, okay. This is what I think this is what your relief capabilities are, but I don't want to get into that because I only started figuring out what the numbers meant. Now I'm going to bring you into one more piece. The one more piece I'm going into is, this is just amazing. There's so many pages on it, and I'm going to go to page 666. It's just amazing. It's a 5775 orphelin out of France, okay? And it's all coded. And yes, it's coded because I can uncode it. It's very simple. Okay, all you do is take, like, if you give me a number 2 and whatever, give me your numbers and I'll put them all together and I'll see where they match. All I want to know right now is how they match. Sorry, I don't uncode. I match. Matchmaker, matchmaker, find me a match. Catch me a catch. Well, that's what I do. I match things. Eventually, the pieces that match will start to begin to tell a story. So I don't decode. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have used that. I match things up, and I bring it to my reality, hoping that my reality is close to yours. At least all I need is the imagination. So we went down to this page over here. Let me see. 667. In 666, it says, Ordonnance, Roi, accordé pension, un ancien domaine, à Paris, le 23 octobre 1834, 180 years ago, halfway around, 666. But we're going to have to go back to page 333 or 999 because this book and the Hebrew book, they match. What they do when they make duplications, when they're changing things, if I had to change something, I would follow something that already existed, give it an optional pass. It's like writing a book about a book that 10 other guys wrote a book about. Just changing the path in the book so that I have a new guideline. So eventually, in time, if enough people saw that pass, if you had 1 out of every 6 people seeing that pass, that would be 15%. 15%, 4 people running in parliament, that's 60%. Now you go to vote. That 15% might be the egg that all you needed to do is to begin. If your sale was better than anybody else, everybody knew that counted for half. The 23rd of October, Louis-Philippe Roy Français saw an article, the 26th of July, 1821, concerning the pensioners according to the ancient, I can't really create it. They're going back to 1793. And then it says, this is really cool. Article 2277 of the Civil Code takes to the back rents of those for 5 years. So you can collect up backwards for 5 years. So the leap year becomes in 4 years to collect backwards for 5 years. So you see, they said the document was given out on October 3rd, 1834. But still it says nothing, right? But I need to get, wait a second. I don't want to lose you. Anyways, I want to get to this other page. I want to get to 1022. And I got to show you this page at 1022. It was real. It's really neat. I know we're at 25 minutes. Give me one more minute. If I don't find it, then I don't know where it is. It's too bad. Oh, and it even says the page is in front of me. I'm a Dingeldorf, eh? I wanted to go to page. I don't know what page it was on. No, it's not. It's not fair to anybody. Okay, Raphael 7286 and a constellation of Pegasus. What I'm going to do with this, and I may not finish it, okay, is this is the roulette board, but there's 3, 6, 9 numbers because the center numbers have to be duplicated and the numbers have to be turned around. It has to go 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1. That's what you have to do because then you have all the formation of the shapes between the difference in the colors. And then if you want, if it's 22 degrees outside and you want to change it to Fahrenheit or you want to change it into a weight, yeah, I got 22 ounces. I got 22 grams. I got 22 pounds. I was in 22 buildings on 22 stairs and I walked to the house. I took 22 steps. I guess 22 fits everywhere. But I had one idea. And that was enough. Raphael 7286 and a constellation of Pegasus. 5775 orphelins on Google. There's a French thing going on, and it's following every dimension. Turn to article 1022 was on that. 1022 was on that, which is 1622, and back to the church again. I see it. And this is all because, you know who pumped me to do this? It was that Saul girl, right? Soul, right? The son of none, the soul of all, but within us is our of who we are always, forevermore.